Hey everyone, it's Joel with GPE in Georgetown, Indiana. Hello, I haven't seen, been kind of out of the loop, haven't seen a lot of you in a long time, or definitely not talked to you in a long time, but it's Show No Mercy Week, and here I am. This is the one that I kind of schedule and spearheaded for, I think this is the 14th year. Gary will do from after Tuesday, a lot of it'll be on Gary, but I will be around and popping in here and there, but we started this thing a long time ago, and I like to have a little bit of hand in this. He does a phenomenal job, but you know, I like to do it once in a while too. But anyway, first I want to thank everybody for playing. The deadline just happened a few hours ago. I want to give everybody a really quick update. First, it's a WSL event, okay? And I hear sometimes you sanction GP. No, this is just how we pay taxes, man, how we do business. So it's a WSL tournament. You have to be sanctioned WSL. Actually, in this tournament with the Open, with some of the teams, all the teams will get double points, so that's kind of cool. And then you also get additional points for the drop down. So if you're going to Panama or if you worry about stuff like that, that'll be pretty cool. Kind of a schedule for this week. So tomorrow, Gary is going to work on payments and sanctioning. So he's going to be your go-to guy. I'm going to work on drafting of the schedule, which means, you know, we're using EP, Anderson, Clarksville, and Georgetown. So, you know, who's going to play where, how are we going to do it, how do we do the travel time, you know, things like that. So that's what I'll be doing over the next day or so. We'll have the interactive live draw on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock at Tucker's. Basically, you show up, we draw your name, you walk up and you put your name on the bracket. Not only do you put it on the open portion, you put it on your drop down bracket. So we'll use a team like Ball Busters. I think they're E-Rec, or Rec, I'm sorry, I think WSL refers to it as Rec. Let's say it's Kevin Kiesler. He'll walk up, put his name on the open bracket where he wants, then he'll enter his name on the drop down, or the E-Rec bracket, his drop down bracket. So you get to place yourself on both, so you can kind of pick your start time, pick your park, whatever you want to do. You want to pick your opponent. We had some of that last year, which was kind of fun. Balls. We're going to take ball orders on Tuesday as well. It'll be a prepay. I need this many dozen, whatever. They're only going to be in dozens. I think they're $65 a dozen. And Gary or myself, probably Gary, will be kind of spearheading that. So if you want balls, we'll get with you, explain to you how you do it, and then we'll have them ready when you show up for your first game. They'll be at your field. I mentioned the 4 parks we're using. I was looking at the team list. So we had 22 drops, but I still think we're at 40 teams, which is the same or more than last year. I think it was 34 last year or something. So small increase, we're fine with that. To tell you the truth, this event runs better with about 20 teams, 22 teams. You know, it gives teams time, and it's a little bit easier to schedule, but regardless, we want them, we're going to do it. So thanks to everyone for playing. That's awesome. So you know, we're giving away $1,000 cash for the Open, $1,000 cash for the Senior, $1,000 cash for the D, $1,000 cash for the E, $1,000 cash for E-Rec, and $1,400 for the women. So, you know, that's a lot, and it's all cash. We'll probably settle up, so we've talked about this too, we probably will pay, I want a record, if possible, so we'll probably pay digitally, maybe the day of. We'll talk about all that when we get there. That's something I have to discuss with Gary. But yeah, the women will be in upper and lower, I think a 4-game guarantee. The seniors, a 5-game guarantee, basically pull play with equalizers into a single elimination. The open bracket's a 10 home run bracket. As you're eliminated, you drop to your other bracket, which then you play under the rules that you have, right? So if you're an E team, you play under the WSL E rules. If you're a D team, WSL D rules, and so on. I did, after the draw, or after the deadline, I think there was a women's team, an E team, I'm thinking of my list here. It looks like a women's team and an E team dropped. So we've got those spots earmarked, and we can take it. We have the capacity. So if there's a rec team, or I'm sorry, an E team, because I think there's only like 5, and that's a pretty good chance to win $1,000. And then a women's team. If you want to get in, get a hold of Gary Cannon through Facebook, or message the GPE page, or you can message me. I want to mention that I broke my phone about 10 days ago, and I didn't know it was broken. And so I was receiving some messages, not receiving. I hear these things. Well, I try to get a hold of Joel. I don't know. I have a case open with AT&T, and we're trying to figure it out. With that said, you can message me through the GPE page or my personal account on Facebook. I check it maybe twice a day. So if I don't get right back, don't lose it. I'll get to you probably in the evening, usually once midday and once in the evening. I will get back in touch. Hopefully I can get that situation resolved the next day or two. I'm just waiting patiently, and it's hard. But that's basically it. So this week you can expect probably mixed on Thursday, Friday. You can expect women's on Saturday, maybe a championship on Sunday, senior Friday, Saturday, Sunday, men's open Saturday, most of the drop down Sunday, maybe a few of those drop downs late Saturday, like for the E-Rec or E or something, people that we expect to probably get eliminated. If you have any questions, call Gary Cannon. I'll be working on the blank bracket today, tomorrow. The senior games, we'll get the senior Friday schedule out in the morning. We have the rest of it done, but until we plug the other games in, we want to kind of look at that before we, write it in stone. But basically I think there's 14 senior games. There'll be 5 on Friday, 6 on Saturday, 7 on Saturday, a couple on Sundays, kind of the plan. That Sunday game will be for $1,000. And our goal is to have the open at Georgetown for $1,000 on Sunday, the senior for $1,000 on Sunday, probably one of the drop downs at Georgetown for $1,000 on Sunday, and maybe the women's if we have that open game there on Sunday as well. So if you need anything, let Gary know. Monday is going to be sanctioning payments, ball orders, working on the schedule. Tuesday's the draw, and then we should kick off either Thursday or Friday with mixed, probably Thursday. If you have any issues, let Gary know. If you have any questions, let Gary know, or message the GPE page, and we can get you in touch with the right person. I want to thank Bill at Kenton Lakes and Kyle Wampler, who's up around Columbus, for facilitating this for us, having a quality sanction that a lot of people around here like, and it's something new for us. We've used different sanctions over the years, and I think it's pretty cool. I like WSL. I think there's some misnomers out there that they don't, everybody plays down, and it doesn't really matter if you're C here and if they're all C and you're D. It doesn't really matter. There's a rec division, which would be like E and U-Trip, I think, is kind of how it works. Again, we just want to have a sanctioning body so we have rosters to hold people to when they drop down. So that's that, and stay tuned to the GPE page over the next day or so. We will probably release a PDF of the empty bracket schedule at some point, hopefully late tomorrow. The full senior schedule will be out late tomorrow, and then we'll have the interactive draw on Tuesday, at 7 at Tucker's, which is a lot of fun. So we look forward to seeing everybody. Thanks so much, and I'll be in touch soon. Thank you.